The stars blinked into focus like dust settling on glass. I awoke to the muffled hum of the pod systems and the metallic scent of recycled air. A soft voice whispered through the ship's internal audio. "Welcome back, Dr. Calder. Estimated time since stasis: 123 years, 4 months, 17 days. And blinked. My limbs were stiff, my throat dry. 123 years. That couldn't be right. I remembered stepping into the pod at the Polaris Research Station, Earth's final outpost before the collapse. We were trying to escape the unraveling. Economic systems failing, ecosystems imploding, chaos in every sector. A team of us, the last hope of humanity, had launched in deep hibernation toward Kepler 186f, a potentially habitable world. But now I was alone. The cryopod next to mine was shattered, glass broken inward, red warning lights flashing on the diagnostic display. Her pod. Leah. I staggered out, body trembling. My memory was blurred at the edges like a corrupted video file. I remembered her eyes, blue-green like the sea on a stormy day. Her voice, a low, musical whisper that had often murmured to me in the dark silence of space. But her face, I couldn't remember her face. The only clear thought I had was her last words before sleep took us both. "You'll find me when it's safe. I promise." But I hadn't found her. Not yet. To the silence between stars. The ship, the heliotrope, had landed. Somehow, the autopilot had completed its mission without human intervention, placing us on the edge of a jagged mountain range under a red-orange sky. Strange violet vegetation stretched across the horizon. In the distance, monolithic stone towers, clearly artificial, jutted out of the landscape like the bones of a forgotten god. Scans revealed breathable atmosphere, high oxygen content, and no immediate threats. The only anomaly: faint EM signals coming from the stone towers. I armed myself with the basic survival pack, scanner, sidearm, comlink, and headed toward the towers. I needed answers. And I needed Elia. Each step triggered fragments of memory. Her laughter echoing in the dark chamber of the ship's observation deck. Her hand brushing mine as we watched Earth grow smaller in the distance. Her obsession with the Echo Protocol, a controversial theory suggesting that consciousness could be quantumly tethered to specific locations. "What if our memories could imprint on reality?" she had asked once. "What if memory is a structure, not just data?" At the time, I dismissed it as poetic nonsense. But now, as I approached the first tower, I wasn't so sure. The Echo Towers. The towers were cold to the touch, covered in alien runes that shimmered under my flashlight. Inside, the walls pulsed faintly, as if responding to my presence. I activated my scanner. It spiked instantly. Then I heard it. Voice. No, a whisper. "You're finally here." Turned. The chamber was empty. "You're finally here," it whispered again, barely audible, like a breeze through ancient ruins. I pressed my back to the wall, heart pounding. "Elia!" Silence. And then a flicker. A translucent image like a hologram, but less coherent. It rippled in the air. A woman standing in the center of the room, staring directly at me. I stumbled toward it. The closer I got, the fuzzier it became. Her body, tall, graceful. Her posture, familiar. But her face was blank, featureless, as if erased from memory. A jolt of nausea surged through me. The apparition lifted its hand toward mine, then vanished. I fell to my knees. That was her. I knew it. But I couldn't see her. Why couldn't I remember her face? For the ghost circuit. Over the following days, I explored the towers, each one more bizarre than the last. In some time felt warped. I'd walk through a door and emerge minutes later, though only seconds had passed. In others, gravity twisted, pulling sideways or upward. And always the whisper followed me. "You're finally here." The apparitions returned, more frequently, in varying degrees of clarity. In one, I saw her silhouette sitting at a console. In another, running through a corridor. But never her face. Never more than a flicker. It felt like chasing a dream I'd half forgotten. The ship's logs were corrupted beyond repair. The only recoverable file was one marked Echo Protocol, Emergency Implementation. It was her voice on the recording. "Calder. If you're seeing this, it means I didn't make it. Or maybe I did. I don't know anymore. The protocol wasn't ready. But the ship, it forced the activation when my pod failed. My consciousness, it might have been transferred into the tower network. Maybe into the architecture of the planet itself. If that's true, I'm still here. Somewhere. But I'm fragmented." She coughed, eyes haunted. "If you can find me, if you can complete the transfer, maybe I can come back. But memory decays. Especially the self. You have to remember my face. That's the key to restoration." The recording ended with a static crackle. I stared at the dark screen for hours. Reconstruction. I devoted the next weeks to reconstructing her. I combed through every surviving bit of data. Our shared journals. Her research notes. Archived video feeds. Psychological profiles. Neural scans. But the damage was vast. Much of the data had corrupted during stasis. The AI's memory nodes had degraded, leaving gaps where her image should have been. I started drawing. I sketched her face 100 times, each time slightly different. Longer nose, wider eyes, narrower chin. But none of them felt right. One night, after another failed attempt, I smashed the mirror in frustration. And behind it, in the wall cavity, I found a hidden cache, her personal recording device. It flickered to life, showing a video of her speaking softly into the camera. "This is just for you, Calder. In case I disappear." She smiled, tired but beautiful. Her face, finally unmistakably hers, looked into the lens. "You were always the skeptical one. But maybe now you'll believe me when I say, I love you, and I'll wait for you, however long it takes." I stared at her face for hours, committed it to memory. Every curve, every freckle, every glint of soul in her eyes. 6. The transfer. The final tower was unlike the others. Taller, darker. Its central chamber held a structure that resembled a sarcophagus fused with a neural lattice. A dormant consciousness reservoir, place to house a mind. I connected the transfer unit and uploaded all reconstructed data. The scanner warned me. Fragmentation at 37%. Restoration incomplete. I hesitated. But her voice echoed again, clear this time. "You're finally here." I whispered. "Yes, I am." I initiated the sequence. The chamber pulsed. Lights rippled through the walls. The air thickened, vibrating with frequency. Then she was there. Fully formed. Solid. Real. Standing before me in the chamber. Wearing the same silver-lined suit she'd worn on launch day. "Elia," I whispered. She looked at me, confused. Afraid. "Who are you?" she asked. My heart shattered. "It's me. Calder. Don't you remember?" She blinked. "I know the name. Feels familiar. But I don't remember your face." 7. The mirror of memory. We tried everything. I showed her recordings, journals, artwork. I recited poems we had written together. Told her stories of our shared past. Sometimes her eyes would light up. Flickers of recognition. Smile. Ear. A moment of connection. But they never lasted.